Hello. Echoey room today, but this is vlog number 3. And oh, good grief, who's tired? I'm exhausted. I don't know about you. We covered a lot today in the class. We covered a lot, and I was thinking at the end actually I was going to just put a little summary together, and when I actually looked at all the stuff we went through, I thought, my word, we did well there. So how was it? Tell me, give me some feedback, please, either commenting or emails or whatever, because yeah, it was I think quite fast actually, and we got through a lot, but I hope it was okay. So yeah, let me know how you got on with it, and hopefully we just keep on getting better and better as the weeks go by, not always faster and faster. But yeah, video today because we just need to make sure that you understand exactly what the reading is this week and what you need to do. And I'll just start by just giving a very brief and quick overview of what was in the very 60-minute quick lecture, and yeah, see if that comes together, and then I'll let you know about the Wagner that I signposted you towards at the end. The starting point today is I still want you to just be thinking about that dial house, because there's a lot of things in there that we keep coming back to. The thing that I came back to today is right on page 31 of that dial house chapter. It's still on the Moodle page if you've lost it or whatever. Just download it and have another look at it. Chapter page, I'm tired, page 31. It's by no means always the case that the emotional content of a piece of music appears in the guise of the expression of a first person. And yeah, so back to this idea about the first person narration. I feel like this, the composer as the I whatever, the person expressing the emotion directly within the music. And so we got on to Mendelssohn and his songs without words and his fan mail, and Mr. Marc-André Souchet writing to him about the meaning of the songs without words, and Mendelssohn says there is no meaning to the songs without words except for the music itself, and the music always has to be the actual meaning of it. We looked at William Blake, Songs of Innocence and Experience. Actually, there's an interesting thing there that you might want to think about, because that first Song of Innocence, the introduction to the Songs of Innocence and Experience that I went through in some detail, and you can see this idea of the imagination being the original inspiration. That's something that we're going to talk about more and more as the weeks go by, and how music, instrumental music, takes one step far removed from that, and then there's 2 steps removed when you get to song, and then when you get to poetry in a book, that's the furthest you can get from it. Now, we're into critical thinking, right? Because that's what we're all about at the moment, and at least that's what I'm trying to get you to think about. The other side of that coin is Immanuel Kant, and you can read Immanuel Kant. He's in your booklet. Essentially, I got mine bound. You can get them bound in the library. They look quite nice if you do that. Don't get it bound. I took mine to Staples and got it bound, which costs a fortune, and it's falling apart already. So get it done in the library. But you can have a look once you've done that. Page 5 of the booklet. Immanuel Kant, who actually says that poetry is holds the highest rank of all the arts, and music is further down. So you can follow his reasoning about that and bring that back to discussion if you want to. But yeah, back to the idea of self-expression and music, and moving away from the initial inspiration in towards poetry, through song, through instrumental music. And the reading for next week is from Richard Wagner's essay on conducting. Those of you who are bookworms and big readers and stuff, you can read the whole thing. There's a PDF, I'll see if I can put that on the Moodle page. It's in the library as well, actually, as a book. When I say book, it's a pamphlet. But I've given you an extract from that, as we said, which was on page 35 of your booklet. So have a read through that. And it relates to the idea that I talked about just at the end of the class with the Beethoven Quartet, and the idea that a vocal melody, if you surround it with different things, it can mean different things. So if you surround it with just a very smooth accompaniment, it can mean one thing. If you surround it with a very aggressive or angst-ridden accompaniment, as we heard in the Beethoven Quartet, it starts to mean something else. And I started to ask questions about what that really means for Beethoven, that he actually had that to some extent in his mind. So you can have a read of that for me. Again, read it carefully, and have a think about your own repertoire as well, that there are places you might be playing a solo work, singing a solo work, which has an accompaniment, and the accompaniment completely changes the mood of the vocal line or the song-like melody. There's some things also there to help you. If you see opposite that one, this is Wagner, this is opposite Wagner. Page 34, anti-Wagner, it's not anti-Wagner because it's building his case. C.P. Bach on playing the keyboard, Tromlitz on playing the flute. And there are others as well in history, Leopold Mozart on the violin. All of them talk about the importance of vocal type melodies and aspiring as a musician to producing melodies like a vocalist that sound almost vocal in quality, and that's really our ultimate aim in music. So you can read those in tandem with each other, and then we will have a discussion about that next week. So that's all for this week. Have a great week, have a great weekend, and if you do have any feedback, please keep in touch with me. You can comment on my YouTube videos. Some of you have been subscribing. I'm very impressed. I know who you are, and also I've done that thing. I can't show you my phone because I'm filming with it, but I've done that thing with my phone for the first time, because I'm not very good at this, of actually getting my emails onto it, which is a massive achievement. Well done. So email me. I want your emails. I want to hear from you. I want to know what you're thinking about everything. I will see you next week. That's Friday the 28th, and it's my little boy's first birthday, and I'm going to be spending it talking to you about the readings. He loves the readings, so I might bring him along, and he can do some stuff too as well. Look forward to speaking to you next week. Have a great week. Please be in touch if you have any thoughts or comments, or just if you like being in touch. See you then. Bye bye.